Hey, c'est Aurélie. Well, don't worry, this episode is gonna be in English. Just find it funny to start it in French. Anyway, 4 months ago, so in May 2021, I got tattooed for the second time in my life. And, well, it was a different context, different tattoo artist, different design, different part of the body, different COVID situation, because the first one was before COVID and the second one was during COVID. And yes, I got tattooed for the second time, and for me, the first tattoo I ever got, it's perfect. Like, from my point of view, it is the definition of perfection for a tattoo. And a few days and even a few hours after getting the second one, I was like, oh, but wait, this one is not perfect. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, that's gonna be on my skin forever now. And it's not perfect. Like, there were some lines that could have been done better. And yeah, it's not perfect. I was like, I don't like it. But I'm gonna see it every day because this second tattoo, I see it more often than the first one. And the first one being perfect, but the second one being not perfect. I was like, that annoys me, you know? So, yeah, that really bothered me for a few days. I was like, what have I done that was really stupid? I shouldn't have done it, blah, blah, blah. And then I realized something, which is gonna sound very cheesy to you, I am sure. But I realized that, okay, it's not perfect, but it still is great, very great. And in the end, the imperfections that it's got, it's what give it some charm. Can you say that for a tattoo? I don't know. But it's giving it some character. Don't know if you use that word in English, I guess so. Anyway, I'm too lazy to check, sorry. But I think you understood the idea. So yeah, having that second tattoo made me realize that, okay, it's not perfect, but it's great and it's cute. It's a cute tiny elephant on a bowl, and it's like balanced on it. And yes, it is not perfect, but I like it like that. Which is the title of this episode, I think, more or less. So it made me think, wait, if I am okay with the fact of having a not perfect tattoo on my skin, then everything in my life can be not perfect, you know? And for me, it was kind of a big realization. And I know it's stupid because, of course, during your life, your parents or teachers or family, they tell you, oh, things don't have to be perfect to be great. Yes, but that's the theory, and you need it to happen to you to understand that. And yeah, it took me like 20 years. Well, no, I was 19 at that time, but in a second tattoo, not even the first one, but took me a second tattoo to understand that. Oh, well, wait, what's the sentence? Done is better than perfect, and great is better than perfect. And of course, maybe I would have liked it to be perfect, but I wouldn't have understood that perfection, it's a bit overrated, you know? And also, like, sometimes I could spend 3 more hours on homework just for it to be perfect, while without those 3 extra hours, it was already good, you know? So yes, that's basically it. And also, about this podcast and perfection. I've had this idea of launching a podcast for more than 2 years. Can you realize that? It was July, August 2019, so even before COVID. And I knew that at some point in my life, the sooner the better, I would launch a podcast. But I didn't do it because I wanted it to be perfect. I was like, it needs to be perfect. The first episodes need to be perfect. But getting that tattoo that's not perfect but still great made me realize that those first episodes and the episode that you're listening to right now is not perfect. I know it. My accent is terrible. I used to have when I was living in England, but that's gonna be another episode. I used to have a good accent, and now I've got that strong French Belgian accent that I don't really like. But c'est la vie, you know, because I haven't really practiced my English with English speakers, English native speakers for a month. So yeah, it's just like that. And if I wait, I'm gonna regret at some point not launching that podcast sooner. Plus, I've got a friend of mine, her name's Coralie, and in June, she told me about starting her own podcast. I was like, oh, that's so nice, I'm gonna do the same, and blah, 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 blah. And then almost 10 days ago, I saw her on my Instagram stories saying, hey folks, I've just launched my first episode, go listen to it on Spotify. By the way, it is called La Fougue, and she interviews students that have a big side project. It's in French, but if you want to practice your French, you can go listen to it. And yeah, so I saw that and I listened to it, the first episode, and I was like, okay, that's not perfect, of course, because it's the first one, but it's still very great. And we've got the idea of the podcast, and it's awesome. I was like, but oh fuck, now I have to start my own. So I just stopped making myself excuses, sorry. And I just stopped thinking that it had to be perfect from the very beginning, of course, and I hope that it's gonna improve. My accent is gonna improve, my vocabulary is gonna improve, my pronunciation and all of that. But I have to start it now. So one day after she started, I did it. So here we are. So anyway, yes. What did I want to say? Yeah, so just get a ugly tattoo and you're gonna understand what I'm saying. I'm kidding. It was a joke. No. But anyway, and it's not ugly. It's very cute in the end. But yeah, perfection can be great and it can be a goal in your life, but it doesn't have to make you lose hours of your life just for stuff to be perfect. When they were great, it's enough, you know? And yes, I think that's the main idea of this episode. I hope maybe it helped you, and if you've had more or less the same experience, maybe not with a tattoo, but with another thing that happened to you, maybe you can write it in the comment, and I'm sure it's gonna help everybody. So yeah, here it is, the second episode in English, and it's not perfect, I know it. And believe me, it's not the first time I try it, it's the third try that I'm doing, and it's still not perfect, but I like it like that, and it's better done than perfect. Drop the mic. Bye. See you next week on Wednesday. Well, see you. You're gonna listen to me. Anyway, bye.